So, I recently came across this video by this guy claiming that water wheels were actually the best source of stress units in Create, and not steam engines. As a matter of fact, he actually doubled down and said that steam engines are the worst way to generate stress in Create mod, which I think is ludicrous because, one, if we're counting the hand crank, then there's that, but two, windmills are so bad, I didn't even feel the need to put them in this demonstration. Okay? So just going over this. A large water wheel generates 512 stress units. Okay? A small water wheel generates 256 stress units, which is pretty bad because many of your large-scale contraptions are gonna run on more than 256, and most of the time, more than 512 stress units. Honestly, if you're 2, 3, 4 hours into a game and you're not using more than one water wheel's worth of stress, then you're not playing Create mod. And as an example of that, I have this steam engine here. This is a level 1 steam engine. It's very, very cheap, okay? And if those water wheels were producing 512 stress units, okay, how much do you think this is producing? So this is, about the same size as the large water wheel. It's more efficient, so maybe like 1,000, 2,000, 16,000 stress units. Okay, if you wanted to get that in terms of large water wheels, you need 32 large water wheels. And here's everything that's in this, okay? 4 fluid tanks, a blaze burner, a steam engine, mechanical pump, 2 fluid pipes, shafts, cogs, and vertical gearboxes. Now, if we break that down into the actual ingredients, here's what this looks like. This is not that bad. You need a blaze for the blaze burner, but that's probably the worst thing here. I mean, 4 pieces of iron, 11 pieces of copper. That's nothing. And then, if we go over here, here's all the wood that you would need to make those 32 large water wheels. You need 8 stacks of planks. You need 8 stacks of planks for that, okay? And 32 water wheels, that's ginormous. That is so much space. If each water wheel takes up it takes out 9 tiles, okay? Let's say that's about 300 tiles just taken up in water wheels, okay? And then this right here, this is your very largest steam engine that you can make. This is the best way of making stress in the game. How much do you think that this makes? Because we'd say that this is, maybe like 3-4 times bigger than that. So you think maybe like 100,000 maybe? 150,000? 295,000 stress units. Almost 300,000 stress units. Okay? And this honestly isn't really that much at all. You need probably 5 times as much copper. Nobody cares about copper anyway. You would need, granted, you would need some iron. You would need maybe about close to half a stack of iron for the blaze burners. But that's it, okay? Here's how many water wheels that would take. You need this many large water wheels. I think it's somewhere about 570. You need 570 large water wheels to mirror this, okay? Now, here's how much wood, not even including the shafts, here's how much wood is needed to make these water wheels. That is 2 double chests worth of oak planks. That is ridiculous. On top of that, that is going to take up so much room, you aren't even going to have space to make your factory. And second off, do you know how much lag that's going to generate? I mean, if you're on a server with somebody, and somebody busts out 2 double chests worth of water wheels, come on, man. I mean, you just can't argue with the best. The steam engine, it's simply superior. The numbers say so.